Number 15, A Time to Forget. This unsettling video has made its rounds through several YouTube channels, and while some claim it's just an art project or a clip from an old film, there's really no explanation for it. It does seem planned and produced, but it's still confusing and disturbing. The video shows what appears to be a young child wearing a red mask with blacked out eyes and a small horn protruding from the top center of the mask. The child seems to be holding one hand in front of it while swaying back and forth as the camera zooms in closer and closer to their face. A slowly winding audio plays over this before the scene changes and a high-pitched tone is introduced. As the high-pitched audio plays, there seems to be a mirror effect set to the same person as they make strange symbols with their hands, which the video pauses on multiple times. It's very unclear what's being seen here, and it evokes a pretty horrible feeling. Number 14, Benjamin Bennett. This channel began sometime in 2014 and it took 25 uploads to really gain any attention, but once it did, the whole internet was all over this odd YouTube series. The videos uploaded by Benjamin Bennett are about 4 hours long and get uploaded sometimes for several days in a row and sometimes every few days. Benjamin live streams these long, grueling videos where he just sits and stares into the camera smiling. The content is actually a bit creepy, and going into it unprepared, even a little terrifying. The silence and lack of movement makes you wait for something to pop out, or for something big to happen. It never happens though. The entire video is just Benjamin staring at his screen. In one video, he even urinated on the floor because he forgot to use the bathroom for this session. In another video, someone broke into his home. He didn't move or even flinch. The could-be robber walked in and saw the man staring at his computer screen and quickly turned away. Imagine the horror the intruder felt when he saw this man still as a statue, not even fazed by the break-in. Of course, there's an artistic reason behind this channel. Benjamin does these videos as a type of performance art. He felt the internet needed something like this, and he's more interested in what viewers take away from it than what he could categorize it as. Well, this one has been solved. These answers didn't come about until he had been uploading videos for about 6 months, and people speculated things such as meditation, mental illness, and even dark religious practice. Number 13, Kimberly Moreau. The channel associated with this entry has been removed, although it's uncertain when. Kimberly Moreau was a 17-year-old girl from Jay, Maine, who went missing on May 11, 1986. She supposedly decided against going with her boyfriend to junior prom, and instead hung out with 2 older men. Around 3:30 a.m. she requested that the 2 men drop her off a mile from her home, which they did. She was never seen or heard from again, and most reports assume her as dead. No one has been charged in her disappearance or death as there has not been sufficient evidence. This cold case lay dormant for years, until in August 2015 when investigators apparently got a tip in the case and searched a property using ground-penetrating radar and search dogs. Shortly after the spike in activity for the case, a mysterious YouTube channel began uploading content that seemed relevant. A total of 12 videos were posted with allegedly genuine VHS footage from the 80s. Which showed a man preparing for what could possibly be the crime of abducting or murdering Kimberly. Some ASCII coded messages in the descriptions of the videos read, "Trying my hardest to cover up my tracks and revealing things to clear my conscience," and "Think it's safe to come out now, had to relocate. I need to be smarter with my videos, they will find me." As for now, the only argument for this channel being connected to Kimberly Moreau is that it surfaced right after the search was opened up after decades of no action. Number 12, after death. The beginning of this video seems pretty innocent and focuses on black and white aesthetic shots. Things quickly change when we're met with a close-up of a pretty horrifying clown. The scene changes several times throughout the 2-minute video. Some of the things shown are a skeleton on a cross, symbols in spray paint such as the voodoo symbol from the Blair Witch Project, what appears to be a dead body wrapped in a tarp, more skulls, a horrifying doll, a mannequin, a hooded person in the woods, and the moon in the night sky. As these images flash through the video, a deeply distorted audio plays over, with what sounds like screaming or moaning in some portions. Even worse, the channel which posted the video, 132inster132, has several very similar videos with the titles such as For Mommy and Blind. Again, this could likely be swept away as an art project, as it does seem clearly staged. Either way, it's confusing and seems interesting to keep an eye on. Number 11, Lisa Holm. On June 7th, 2015, a Swedish 17-year-old girl went missing after leaving her job. Over 900 people joined in the search for Lisa Holm, and she was tragically found dead. Her body had been dumped in a barn only a few miles from her home. Her mouth was duct taped shut, her hands were tied behind her, and her clothes had been removed. An autopsy showed that she had not been sexually assaulted, and while a cause of death was found, investigators never made the information public. During further investigation, a YouTube account was found under the name Lisa Holm. It was titled 13 and only showed 11 seconds of a simple clock counting down. Many people believe that this was posted by her killer and was meant to represent the countdown to her murder, seeing as she went missing exactly 13 days after its upload. Police claimed that the video had nothing to do with her case and was mere coincidence. Even a skeptical viewer would have to admit that's a pretty eerie and exact coincidence though. A DNA test showed blood of a 31-year-old man on Lisa's clothing. His semen was also found in the barn, a few feet from where her body was left. During the trial, his lawyer claimed that he had been in the barn a few days before with a small cut on his hand and that it could have gotten on the ground where Lisa was left, resulting in showing up on her clothes. He also protested that his client had masturbated in the barn while there, several days before the crime took place, which would explain his semen being there. Either way, the jury found him guilty and he was given the life sentence. The YouTube video was never mentioned in the case, and if this man truly was guilty, he never brought it up either. Number 10, 112 Dirtbag. On February 8th, 2012, a video was posted to a YouTube channel titled 112 Dirtbag. The video is pretty much this older man sitting in front of his camera, vlog style, laughing maniacally. As the video ends, a message in pink lettering reads, "Happy Anniversary." This video is allegedly connected to the disappearance of a young woman named Maura Murray. In early February 2004, Maura emailed and called her boyfriend. She left a voicemail promising she'd talk to him later, but she seemed upset about a previous dispute they had and wasn't quite ready to talk yet. She also emailed her employers and professors claiming she'd be out of town because of a sudden death in the family, despite no death having occurred. She then withdrew a large lump sum of cash from a local ATM and bought about $40 worth of alcohol. Investigations show that she researched places to stay in Vermont and New Hampshire. before she crashed her car later that night. A passing bus driver saw her at the scene of the crash and offered help, but she begged him just to leave her there. She didn't seem hurt, according to his statement, and she claimed to have already called AAA, though there was no record of her having called. The bus driver called to alert police, and when they arrived on the scene, she was nowhere to be found and had left the majority of her belongings behind. Her makeup, clothes, wine, CDs, and map information was all left in her car. The only things missing were her debit card and her phone. Even her purse was left behind, which contained her ID and other random materials. The road where Maura wrecked her car and apparently vanished was Route 112. In an interview with her father, he referred to her kidnappers as dirtbags, and this unsettling video was posted on the 8-year anniversary of her disappearance, with the message "Happy Anniversary." The man that posted this video also posted a video of a ticket from Breton Mountain Resort, dated 2 days after Maura's disappearance. The video is also titled Maura Murray. Another disturbing video and possible hint in a connection is a video titled "No Help for Mental Wannabe." For the first half of this video, we just see 112 Dirtbag playing music on a keyboard and dancing awkwardly. The video then switches to a strange image with a polygonal shape, several numbers, and a childlike illustration of a face. James Reiner, a blogger interested in researching the Maura Murray case, found that this is a rough sketch of the map of Bretton Woods Mountain Resort. This could mean that this was done to suggest that Maura is buried at the Bretton Woods Mountain Resort golf course, as that is the location on the map that resembles the face in this drawing. Of course, this is all just speculation. 112 Dirtbag's real name is Eldon Olson, and he apparently has several blogs where he takes interest in missing persons cases from all over the world. Many say that this man is just mentally unstable and threw himself in this case deliberately. He was questioned by police, but they found no valid evidence suggesting he had anything to do with the disappearance of Maura, so he was released without further investigation. Number 9. Grave robbing for morons. Grave robbery has been a macabre practice since the early tombs of Egypt. About 90% of grave robbing is done simply to seek valuables that corpses may have been buried with. In the past, only the rich or famous would be robbed because they would almost always have jewelry or antiques buried with them that could be sold for huge amounts of money. There have also been cases of more fresh bodies being dug up for necrophilia uses. It's pretty unheard of to rob a grave for the organs, or even the bones though. Most of the organs are obviously deemed useless, and while there could be more uses for the skin or bones, they also have very little importance in grave robbing. According to the young boy in this viral video, grave robbing for morons though, there's money in the theft of bones. This slightly intoxicated teen explains that skulls can be sold to magic shops for ritual use and the profit could be up to $250.
So what you do, so you go to like a magic shop where they like skulls and everything for rituals. Okay, so I think you could get around $250 for one of these. If you get a leg bone and it's carved into a necklace or something, you might get around $650 for it.
Throughout the video, he also instructs the viewer on how to rob a grave and how to clean the bones. When watching this, you can tell he seems to have some fascination with what he's doing. He admires the skulls and treats it like a treasure he worked hard to obtain.
Try and dilute the bleach as much as possible. Do not paint it at all. Do not paint this at all, because it will ruin the whole thing, because it is hell to get the paint in here and get it right, because you want to see the cracks like this.
While some of the information he gives on cleaning and bleaching the skull is pretty invalid, it could be related to his lack of experience. He admits that he has only robbed a grave 2 times, and he seems to take tips from the second person operating the camera. This video was apparently found on a DVD with 3 other disturbing found footage clips titled "Ensure Your Place in Hell." Considering the origins of this video and the lack of preparation put into it, it actually seems pretty real. The main instructor in this video hints that a second video will be shared soon, but of course it never was. It's uncertain what the point of this was. Even if these 2 young men really are grave robbers, who did they intend on showing this to? They admit they have been drinking, so it's likely that they recorded this while drunk just for fun. But either way, there's plenty of unanswered questions with this one. One theory points that these are two boys from the Angalo family, or Wolfpack brothers, a group of brothers that were homeschooled and completely locked away from society. For entertainment, they would reenact scenes from their favorite films. Well, this boy does look similar to one or two of the Wolfpack brothers. The ages of these boys would be totally off. Furthermore, this isn't from any movie scene and seems more improvised than scripted or even planned out. There's also apparently a website where a group of people are dedicated to solving this mystery and its validity. Unfortunately, the site hasn't been updated with any breakthrough information just yet. Number 8. Hi Walter. This is one of those videos where most viewers are pretty relieved it's fake. The video titled, "Hi Walter, I got a new girlfriend today." The video is set up to appear as if it's either a Skype call of some kind, or maybe a video sent through email. It begins with, "Hi Walter, it's me Patrick." There's a young man in glasses sitting in front of the camera source as he explains to Walter that he met an amazing new girl. Apparently, they did a lot of shopping at the mall. The young guy seems pretty excited about his new lady.
"Hi Walter, I was at the mall today and guess what happened? I met the most wonderful girl. We went shopping at JCPenney's and she tried on a lot of clothes. And she ended up buying a whole lot of them, you know what I mean? And then..."
The way he speaks about his new lover creates a horrible feeling that something is going to go wrong. He seems childish, possibly with even a slight disability. From his story, you're thinking maybe his new girlfriend is a gold digger. Patrick tells Walter,
"And I know she hates cameras, Walter, but I'm gonna show you her anyways. You ready?"
He moves the camera and opens a door leading to another room. Inside the dark room is a girl lying face down, bound and gagged. She sobs and seems to say, "Why are you doing this?" Patrick enters the room and slams the door behind him as she screams even louder. This video gained attention after YouTuber Blame It On George mentioned it in a countdown. The Hi Walter video jumped from about 20,000 views to over 500,000 in the span of just a few months. Some viewers pointed out that the girl in the room resembled a missing teen named Kayla Berg. Her family eventually got wind of the video and watched it themselves and agreed that the girl in the video looked just like Kayla. Police departments were alerted. The YouTuber horror community blew up and the video gained even more views. Through investigations of not only law enforcement but internet viewers as well, it was discovered that these are two actors that run a channel where they post random scripted content. This is one of the few creepy or disturbing videos that they have, but the young girl is certainly not in any danger, as she is seen in numerous other videos on the original channel. Well, the video was posted about 2 months after the disappearance of 15-year-old Kayla Berg. The girl featured is clearly not her. The channel has released an official statement apologizing for any emotional distress caused by their video. Kayla Berg has still not been found and remains missing with no clues to her whereabouts or suspects in the case. Number 7. Unfavorable Semicircle. In recent years, a YouTube channel named WebDriver Torso gained a lot of attention for their strange uploads. The channel would upload videos as fast as multiple videos in mere seconds. The video lengths would range from a few minutes long to several hours long. Well, this channel became popular in the horror community as a mystery channel with possibly some encoded message. It was eventually proven to be a channel owned and operated by Google. The channel's purpose was to test YouTube upload quality of both sound and audio. Google released an official statement saying that they controlled WebDriver Torso and they were sorry for any inconvenience or worried amongst users. So when the channel Unfavorable Semicircle began uploading similar content, it was brushed off as a channel with similar goals to test quality. It was even believed that the channel was owned by Google as well. However, that idea was quickly shut down when the channel was banned from YouTube and random Google Plus and Twitter links were uncovered, where the videos had been shared with even more confusing content. Basically, these videos are just images such as blurred dots, likely constellations, flashing colors, or static and varying audio. The audio seems different in every video, ranging from noise and muffled wind-like sounds to loud high-pitched beeping and long tones. Occasionally a muffled male voice will speak out random letters in no apparent order. The titles and descriptions of the videos also lend to the mystery. Some titles include Brother 4, Fawn 5, Wingset, Brian 8, and Brill 40220. The titles also have the emojis for the zodiac sign Sagittarius in front of them. The videos uploaded varied in length, just like the WebDriver torso videos. Some were as short as 3 seconds, but some were as long as 11 hours. Apparently, the videos were also uploaded at an alarmingly speedy rate, something most household computers wouldn't be able to perform on the YouTube platform. It's uncertain which of these currently existing channels is the original, or even if it's still up, but several copycat channels have re-uploaded the videos from the original channel with the same titles and descriptions if you're interested in checking them out. Some theories as to what's happening here include that this is like WebDriver Torso but isn't being run by Google. Some believe it's being run by YouTube employees, but that still wouldn't explain the channel getting banned before. Others think it's code and countless people are working to break it. Experts that have looked into it say that it seems too complex to be the work of a numbers station, and for the time being, no messages really seem to have been put through. Others believe it to be the work of aliens, possibly a type of alternate reality game, a recruitment tool for the government or even a cult, a viral marketing campaign, or even a huge complex pointless art piece that the YouTube community is so used to seeing. While we do hope the mystery is solved, maybe unfavorable semicircle is something more favorable as a mystery. Perhaps the real reason behind this baffling content isn't as interesting as the content itself. Number 6. Missing Hikers Videos. Kenny Veach was a 26-year-old hiker who had been exploring caves for several years. Veach gained extensive experience and expertise in his years hiking. He occasionally uploaded some hiking or exploring content to YouTube before he went missing in a strange and haunting exploration. The last message or interaction Veach ever had was a comment left on a YouTube video where he discussed a mysterious hidden cave he had once stumbled upon. The cave, located near the Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, was apparently not on any maps or reference material that Veach used when hiking. Veach went on to explain that the entrance to the cave had a perfect M shape to it, as if it was carved out. Just as he entered the cave though, he felt a strong vibrating sensation in his body. As he delved deeper into the cave, the feeling got stronger, so he backed out.
I'm looking for a cave that I found, and I didn't have a sidearm when I was here before, and something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever gone in, this one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go in there right now, but I'm coming back someday.
Several other YouTubers teased or encouraged him to go back, so he agreed he would. A video was posted to his channel which shows him exploring the Nevada desert in hopes of relocating the cave, but he has no luck. He planned another trip, this time overnight, around October 2014. He was never seen or heard from again. His cell phone was found near an old mine, but no other traces of him have been found. An eerie YouTube comment from before his disappearance urges him to not enter the so-called M Cave, or he may never return. Veach's response to this was simply, "Why do you say that?" Number 5. FPS Russia. This channel was a popular one for gun lovers and pro-gun supporters. The channel was originally launched in September 2010 by creators Kyle Myers, Paintball Kitty, and Rusky TV. The channel featured educational and entertaining information about numerous types of firearms and explosives. Each video featured Kyle Myers assuming the role of a heavily accented Russian gun expert. He would give important information on each weapon, its features, its uses, and even some of its history. Then he would demonstrate the firing or exploding of whatever weapon was being featured. The channel is still growing strong and has reached well over 6 million subscribers. However, tragedy struck the channel and its team in 2013 when fellow member Keith Ratliff was found dead. The channel took an abnormally long hiatus, and the audience eventually learned that Ratliff had been killed. He was the team member that was appointed to locating and purchasing the weapons used in the series. He had a special license which allowed him to legally obtain some pretty serious weaponry. Ratliff was also considered a producer for the channel. When his body was discovered, he was hunched over his desk in his personal office with a single bullet wound to his head. There were no signs of struggle or that it was a suicide or accident, as a gun wasn't directly nearby. The internet, of course, went to work bubbling up theories as to who killed Ratliff and why. Some of the theories include his ex-wife killed him over jealousy, his business partner murdered him to take more credit and income from the channel, that he was an underground arms dealer and a deal went wrong, resulting in his murder, and finally, that the government set up his death to oppose pro-gun groups. Each of these concepts have major flaws in them, and the police department in charge of investigating his murder have come no closer to finding a suspect. No new clues, no tips, or suspects have been discovered. They're still treating this as an ongoing homicide investigation. Number 4. Deeper. This YouTube channel began posting videos in May 2016 and made its rise to public attention around May 21st when its content got brought up on 4chan. An anonymous poster on the B4chan board posted hex code that, when decoded to ASCII, held excerpts from War of the Worlds, which led to the channel via hidden link. On the channel, even more vague and concerning content was posted, such as videos in a VHS style of someone running through a field, more undeciphered codes, and disturbing audio. As these posts were being published on 4chan, several clips were uploaded to the channel which held 3-digit numbers in semi-ascending order. Some of these posted clips also include static-like or distorted audio. When examined on a spectrogram, some of these audio clips contain names, one of which being Stephanie Ann Bauman, a 15-year-old Colorado murder victim from 1980 that was beaten and raped, left to die. Bauman's case is still open. Another of these videos contained an encrypted ROT1 code that, when deciphered, exposed the name Darcy Anderson, yet another Colorado murder victim from around 1986. Anderson had been strangled and sexually assaulted before her corpse was stuffed into the trunk of her car. Her case is still considered open as well. Through more searching and deciphering, this time with images in a random .wav file, another name is uncovered: Edith Bernice Lenertz. As you would guess, Lenertz was another young female that went missing in November 1995. A body was never recovered, and her case is also still open. The channel has made several posts since then, all related to hunting, stalking, running, and cleaning, as if cleaning a crime scene or disposing of a body. One reference even led to a field in the Aurora, Colorado area where a body could have allegedly been dumped. Are these the clues of a serial killer with a conscience, a very skilled troll, or perhaps some sad attempt at yet another ARG? As for now, the latest upload to this channel was 1 day ago and showed large plastic bins in a dark room with old upbeat music playing over the content. A man in a hazmat style suit can be seen cleaning a very bloody area, and one of the bins seems to be moving as if someone is inside.
Oh, what a beautiful feeling. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Number 3. Talika Patrick's final video. Talika Patrick was an educated 30-year-old woman with 2 degrees in medicine and science. She worked at Borges Medical Center in Kalamazoo, Michigan. She tragically died by drowning in a lake on a December evening in 2013 when her car broke down. Before her body was found, a missing persons investigation was being performed, which led to discovering strange posts on her Twitter and YouTube accounts. Talika was apparently mentally unstable and emotionally obsessed with a minister and gospel singer. On her Twitter account, she would say that she could hear the voice of God, as well as demons, and that she was close to a psychotic break. In her YouTube videos, she would often sing or ramble about her day working at the hospital. In several videos, she would speak as if talking to a lover. Her family claimed she had no boyfriend and was divorced. It's like that her delusional romantic videos were directed towards the gospel singer Marvin Sapp, who she had an unhealthy obsession with. She would email and tweet him countless times a day, talk to her friends and family as if she knew him personally, attempt to contact his family, and even chose her college and career based on where he was located. Sapp eventually filed for a restraining order against Talika. When her ex-husband was interviewed, he claimed that a huge part in their divorce was that he believed Talika had mental illnesses, and her family refused to acknowledge the issue. She would have emotional breakdowns, claim to hear voices of people or things that weren't there, and often wasn't fully aware of her surroundings. A surveillance video from a local hotel shows Talika trying to check in using cash. She's wearing a black hoodie, seems in a rush, and shows signs of paranoia. Experts, as well as friends and family, claim that in the footage she behaves as if someone is after her. It's assumed that during Talika's delusions, she abandoned her car and fell into the lake where her body was found before drowning. Her family claimed that they were unaware of any mental illness and claimed Talika did know how to swim. While they strongly believe foul play was involved, the case was closed as an accidental death. Number 2. Paranormal Anna. One of the few females in a YouTube horror community completely vanished from social media around September 3rd, 2015. Alana G, the host and owner of the channel, based most of her videos off morbid topics such as creepypastas, urban legends, and especially missing persons cases. Just a few days before she vanished from the site, she posted 4 strange tweets which read, "Had a pretty scaring stalking incident, so unfortunately I'm having to change the way I run my social media. No more Facebook. I'm almost surprised it took almost a year for me to receive my first violent death threat. Why are people dumb enough to post that? I mean, my one uncle is a cop, the other 2 are criminal lawyers. Violently threatening my online will always turn out badly for you." Her final tweet reads, "Regardless, the internet laws are changing. You can't just threaten to brutally harm someone and get away with it anymore. Think before you type." Briefly after these tweets were posted, her Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram accounts were deleted. Even her YouTube account completely disappeared, as if it had been deleted or hidden. There are several theories to this case, most of them related to the stalking incident she encountered. The only problem with abduction as the explanation is that we would have heard something on the news by now. The most common and plausible theory here is that she's just got tired of making YouTube videos and deleted the channel, but according to communications with other YouTubers, such as Rainbot Horror, she never hinted at deleting her YouTube account. This could all be one big publicity stunt, and one day she will return with an amazing horror story for us all. Number 1. Dying NASA Scientist. NASA Jim 108 is a channel that began uploading a series of strange conspiracy theory-esque videos on YouTube in 2008. Taking a look at the first video of this channel, which was uploaded on July 24th, 2008, titled "Dying NASA Scientist Reveals Truth About Life on Mars," we are introduced to a man known only as Jim. Jim explains that he was a NASA aeronautic research engineer from 1989 to 2004. He reveals that he was recently diagnosed with bone cancer and only has a short time to live.
"My name is Jim. I was an aeronautic research engineer at NASA from 1989 to 2004. I was recently diagnosed with bone cancer and told that I have 5 months left to live, approximately."
Jim begins to share and explain what he claims is the truth about life on Mars, conspiracies about the government collaborating with captured aliens to gain information on advanced technology, and how one scientist was killed by one of these aliens through his thoughts.
The descriptions everyone's made of them is accurate. The big black eyes, the nose, and let's just say they're not the most pleasant creatures to be around. They're fully telepathic, they can read your thoughts, and they can implant thoughts into your mind.
So at first glance, most people assume that this man was just a normal conspiracy theorist, out to try to prove to people about the existence of aliens, how these aliens work, and secret government plots. However, this rabbit hole goes much deeper, and there's much more hidden on this obscure channel. An important note here is that NASA Jim's YouTube channel description reads, "These are a series of videos that my client requested to be released after his death. It can be assumed that whoever is uploading these videos is somebody that Jim appointed to upload for his channel." The descriptions for some of the videos read out a similar statement. Many of the videos include strange imagery and varying pitches of sound layered over. A perfect example is the video titled "Dying NASA Scientist Shows How to Contact Beings," which was uploaded on February 3rd, 2009. In this video, Jim shows a technique where odd sound frequencies and spinning geometric shapes can combine with the human subconscious to open a gateway for communication from interdimensional beings. At the beginning of the video, a screen shows up with the message, "By viewing the following images, viewer releases Lorbiter and Jacob from any negative consequences resulting from watching said images." Whether any negative effects can happen to someone for viewing this material is up for debate. There have been sparse online claims that these videos did lead to strange visions or negative happenings though. When viewing the video, an odd note is that one of the geometric shapes appear to be more occult orientated rather than alien.
What you were about to see was one of our initial attempts at contacting the interdimensional beings that we had begun to detect. We found that a certain sound vibration mixed with specific geometric shapes in the visual field combined with human subjective consciousness, it creates a gate through which interdimensional beings can emerge. And what you are about to see will bring into your living space a being called a Neth. Do not be frightened. Sometimes it will move small objects throughout your space.
Even more troubling though, is a comment below the video that claims that the video is actually a summoning formula. Though it hasn't been specified for what exactly, things begin to get interesting on March 3rd, 2009, when an audio recording set to an image of Jesus Christ holding a lamb with Charles Manson head is uploaded. In this 58-second long video, a woman can be heard yelling at Jim on a voicemail message in a threatening manner. You can clearly hear the woman yell, "If you keep pulling this, you're not gonna last long and it's not gonna be pretty."
Because if you keep doing this, you're not going to last long, and it's not going to be pretty, all right? And if you die tomorrow, you're going to be lucky, okay? So you better stop doing what you're doing and leave it alone. You don't understand that you're surrounded. You don't even know what you're talking about, all right?
The woman continues to berate and threaten Jim, claiming that he doesn't know what he's talking about, possibly referring to when Jim began to be vocal about all these conspiracies. Furthermore, the description reads, "We are not afraid," instead of the usual message by the channel's administrator. For the rest of 2009, the channel uploaded its usual videos of Jim explaining his theories and general creepy imagery. On October 28, 2009 though, activity spikes and things get even stranger. A video titled, "Dying NASA Scientist Shows How to Neutralize an Alien" is uploaded. This particular video is very different from the channel's usual format. The video is shot in a white building, bare from any furniture or equipment. The main focus of the video is a person dressed in some sort of Asian garment, holding a large paper fan, and wearing a goat mask. A blonde-haired woman is shown unconscious while tied to a plastic chair, and an image of the Baphomet is shown. The next shot shows the masked figure open that paper fan to show that it's covered in writing. The writing includes several dates written on the side, part of the Fibonacci sequence written on the edge of the fan, 3 Bible verses, a list of 4 names, what looks to be some sort of mathematical formula, and a message that simply reads, "You are sleeping." The woman screams and demands to be released. She manages to break free from her chair, but not before the masked figure catches her and appears to strangle her with a piece of wire. The video abruptly ends, showing coordinates and 2 more Bible verses. What's interesting about these coordinates is that when located, they lead to a house on 4006 Willow Pass Road in Concord, California. Any significance to this address has yet to be shared. As for the biblical references, Psalms 38:7 translates to, "My back is filled with searing pain. There is no health in my body." While Luke 22:57 translates to, "But he denied it. Woman, I don't know him," he said. From here on out, the last few videos posted by the NASA Jim channel are very cryptic, symbolic, and filled with hidden occult imagery. One such example is the video, "The Goat and the Beehive," which tells the story of a goat helping a bee cleanse its hive for an evil spirit, with clips of a man writhing in pain edited in.
Help me. A spirit hath corrupted my hive. If you can cleanse my hive of this spirit, I shall let you drink of my honey for all eternity. The goat said, I shall rid your hive of this spirit.
This video was posted on April 11th, 2010, along with another video titled Alien Tuning Fork. This video was the last video for several years to be uploaded to the channel, and many were left wondering what everything meant, as if this was the end of a thrilling cryptic mystery. The channel went from explaining life on Mars and conspiracies to possible cosmic occultism, and then just abruptly ended. Fortunate for some viewers, earlier this year on March 9th, 2016, one last video was uploaded titled Omega Phase. This short 1-minute video simply showed an alarm clock stuck on 11:58 alongside distorted music. Some people in the comments have pointed out that 11:58 is the current time set on the nuclear doomsday clock, a clock run allegedly by a group of scientists to predict how close the world is to catastrophe. It's said that when the clock strikes midnight, the world will end. The closer we are to 12, the closer we are to doom. So as of now, people are left anticipating what comes next. It's obvious that whoever may be controlling this channel is dedicated to remaining active on YouTube, but without any formal explanation, we must remain patient for more information on this wild story that may have more of a message than most can see. Before you go, I wanted to tell you about the giveaway I'm hosting, but first off, thanks for watching and leave a like so I know you made it to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe because I upload new videos every week. My name is Chills and I'm thanking you all for your support by giving away 3 $100 Amazon.com gift cards. It's completely free to enter and you can enter the giveaway by visiting the link at the very bottom of the description. It doesn't matter when you're watching this video because top15s.net/giveaway will automatically direct you to my most recent giveaway. See the terms and conditions on the linked page for full details. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter is at YT_chills and my Instagram is at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. Feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. See ya.